We are live now, sir.
Hari Om, Namaste to all. Prostrating at the lotus feet of Brahmanishta Shrotriya Sadguru Swami Virajeshwara Saraswati on behalf of all of us. Today's discourse on Viveka Chudamani will continue. Om Shri Ganeshaya Namah, Om Shri Mahasaraswatyai Namah. Sadashivasamarambham Sri Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Shruti Smruti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavatpadam Shankaram Loka Shankaram Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutra Bhashya Kruto Vande Bhagavantavu Punah Punah Sarva Vedanta Siddhanta Gocharam Tamagocharam Govindam Paramanandam Sadgurum Pranatosmiham Om Nama Bhagavate Virajeshwaraya Harihi Om. Last time we had stopped at shloka number 379 verse last time. The previous set of shlokas, Acharya is dealing mainly with, is imparting the knowledge about the real purpose of meditation, how the meditation should be done, and what is the core point to be retained in the mind, that is a dharana. Dharana, it's called, during meditation. So, the same point repeatedly, what he's discussing here is the Atman inside, Pratyagatma as it is called, is self-luminous, self-radiating itself. There is no other one other than this, no second one, Ekam Eva Advitiyam. And it is a pure witness, it is a pure consciousness, Parama Chaitanya or pure Chaitanya, which is, of course, neither born nor, it has neither birth nor death. It is ever existing in the same way as it should be. And this Atman, also called as self, capital S in English, this self or this Atman residing inside, in the Vidyanamaya Kosha or in the cave of the intellect or buddhi, it is different from the unreal. It is different from asadvastu. Different from asadvastu means it is not to be compared to anything in the creation, what is visible, what is perceivable, what is experienced by our five senses. It is beyond all those things. And within the vast, limited, unlimited, infinite consciousness, akhandakara vritti as it is called, of the mind, that Atman should be meditated upon. That Pratyagatman should be meditated upon. That is the junction Acharya is giving here. Swayam Jyotiyu Sarvasakshiyu Adantaha ee Atma ನಮ್ಮ ಬುದ್ಧಿಯ ಗುಹೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಬುದ್ಧಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಸದಾ ಪ್ರಕಾಶಮಾನವಾಗಿರ್ತಾನೆ, ಕಂಗೊಳಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಅಸದ್ವಸ್ತುಗಳಿಗಿಂತ ಭಿನ್ನನಾಗಿದ್ದಾನೆ, ಸ್ವತಂತ್ರನಾಗಿದ್ದಾನೆ. ಇಂತಹ ಆತ್ಮನೇ ನಾನು ಅನ್ನೋ ಭಾವದಿಂದ ಅದನ್ನ ಮನಸ್ಸಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಅನುಸಂಧಾನ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಆತ್ಮನನ್ನೇ ಗುರಿಯಾಗಿಸಿಕೊಂಡು ಆತ್ಮನನ್ನೇ ಲಕ್ಷ್ಯವಾಗಿಸಿಕೊಂಡು ಅಖಂಡಾಕಾರ ವೃತ್ತಿಯಿಂದ ಆತ್ಮನೇ ನನ್ನ ಸ್ವರೂಪ ಎಂದು ಭಾವಿಸಿ ಧ್ಯಾನ ಮಾಡು ಅಂತ ಆಚಾರ್ಯರು ಅಪ್ಪಣೆ ಕೊಡಿಸ್ತಾರೆ. ಅಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೆ ಬಂದಿತ್ತು. ಸೊ he continues the same point in the next shloka. Etam macchinnataya vruttya pratyantara shonyaya ullekhayan vijaniyat swaswarupataya sputam. Etam acchinnataya vruttya pratyantara shonyaya ullekhayan vijaniyat swaswarupataya sputam. Acchinnataya vruttya pratyantara shonyaya. Key phrases. ಈ ಶ್ಲೋಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಆಚಾರ್ಯರು ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಶಿಷ್ಯನಿಗೆ? ಪ್ರತ್ಯಾಂತರ ಶೂನ್ಯ ಅಂದರೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ಇತರ ಪ್ರತ್ಯಯಗಳ ಸಂಬಂಧ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ, ಇತರೆ ಮನೋವೃತ್ತಿಗಳ ಸಂಬಂಧ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ, ವಿಚ್ಛೇದವಿಲ್ಲದಂತಹ ಅಖಂಡವಾಗಿರುವ ವಸ್ತು, ಅಚ್ಛಿನ್ನಯ ವೃತ್ತಿಯ ಅಖಂಡವಾಗಿರತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ವಸ್ತುವಾದಂತಹ ಈ ಆತ್ಮ ಆತನನ್ನ ವಿಷಯೀಕರಿಸುತ್ತಾ, ಆತನ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಚಿಂತನೆ ಮಾಡುತ್ತಾ, ಉಲ್ಲೇಖಯನ್ ಸ್ವಸ್ವರೂಪತೆಯ ಸ್ಫುಟಂ ವಿಜಾನೀಯಾತ್, ಅತ್ಯಂತ ನಿಖರತೆಯಿಂದ, ಸ್ಪಷ್ಟತೆಯಿಂದ ಆ ಆತ್ಮನೇ ನನ್ನ ನಿಜವಾದ ಸ್ವರೂಪ ಎಂದು ತಿಳಿದುಕೊಳ್ಳಬೇಕು, ಸ್ಫುಟವಾಗಿ ತಿಳಿದುಕೊಳ್ಳಬೇಕಪ್ಪ ಶಿಷ್ಯ. ನಾನು ಯಾರು ಅನ್ನೋ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆಗೆ ಆಚಾರ್ಯ ಮತ್ತೆ 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 ಉತ್ತರ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೆ. ನಾನು ಅಂದರೆ ನಿಜವಾಗಲೂ ಆ ಸ್ವಯಂ ಜ್ಯೋತಿ ಸ್ವರೂಪನಾದ ಆತ್ಮನೇ ಆಗಿದ್ದೇನೆ ಎಂಬುದನ್ನು ಅತ್ಯಂತ ನಿಖರವಾಗಿ, ಸಂದೇಹವಿಲ್ಲದೆ, ಸಂಶಯ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಮನಸ್ಸಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಭಾವಿಸಿಕೊಂಡು ಆ ಆತ್ಮ ಸ್ವರೂಪ, ಆತ್ಮನೇ ನಾನಾಗಿದ್ದೇನೆ, ಆತ್ಮ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಮತ್ತಾವ ವಸ್ತು ನಾನಲ್ಲ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ನಿಶ್ಚಯ ಮಾಡಿಕೋ ಮನಸ್ಸಿನಲ್ಲಿ. ಇದು ಧ್ಯಾನದ ವಿಧಿ. In this shloka, what Acharya is saying, one should realize. Now the key words in the shloka, Achinnateya Vritya Pratyantara Shunyaya Lekhayan Swaswarupadaya Sputam Vijaniya. Vijaniya, Acharya says, you must remember, that is how you should think, that is how you should always think upon, reflect upon, meditate upon, and what on? Achinnateya Vritya Pratyantara Shunyaya. One should realize this Atman as one's own real nature, contemplating on it all the time, meditating upon it, without having any other contrary thoughts, without any iota of sort of a dysfunctional thoughts that I am the body, no, I am the mind, I am so and so. So by giving up all such unwanted contrary thoughts, pratyantara shunyaya means that without any such contradicting other contrary thoughts that I am something like this body itself, removing that feeling, giving up that feeling, always we should realize that this Atma, this self is really our real nature. I am really that Atma Swarupa. I am really that only. So that is how we should continuously think. Swaswarupataya Sputam Vijaniya. That is how we should remember during meditation. So we should contemplate on it, meditate upon it continuously, without any other contrary thoughts. Pratyantara Shunyaya, without any other thoughts, without any other upadis, without any pramada, without any adhyasa. All these words are used earlier in the Viveka Chudamani. Without any false identification, without any pseudo-identification, without thinking that I am the body. So remembering this ego, this feeling of myself, the feeling of I, is nothing but shunya. It is only a shadow. It is a phantom. It persists along with the body. This ego that I am this body, this feeling cannot live separately. It cannot have independent existence other than the body. So we have to remember, I am no more the body. I am not this ego. It is so nice to remember all these upadeshas of Acharya giving to the Shishya. But how far we really understand? How far we understand? That is a question mark. What Acharya says here, you should give up this ahankara. You should become ahankara shunya. Easier said than done. Ahankara shunya refers to totally with 100% determination, with accuracy, I should remember that this ego factor, this myself factor is responsible for the continuation of this samsara for me from so many previous births. And also after the death of the body, again, this I-ness, aham feeling, aham bhava, this ahankara, this ego is responsible later also in the next future births. So the samsara continues, the cycle is full of shoka and moha, sufferings, always suffering. What is samsara? What is the life? Always, life is full of crisis. Life is full of restlessness. As our Gurudev used to say all the time, your moments of happiness, moments of joy are always fleeting and temporary. They won't last long. Whatever the moments of happiness we encounter in our life, they are always fleeting and temporary. As we grow up, as we are growing, getting good education, once you complete a particular education, particular level, you feel happy. Then once you get a particular job, again I feel very happy. Once I get married of my choice, again I feel very happy. Once I beget my children, again I feel extremely happy. And again, once I fulfill all my dreams, the dreams, what in the present day, younger generation, I was not used to some of these words, these computer language words. You know, the bucket list. Bucket list. Once all your bucket lists are fulfilled one by one, you feel happy, happier, acquiring a mansion, acquiring a place of dwelling, acquiring a place of your own home, building your own house, acquiring, building, possessing the vehicles of our choice, amassing the wealth, and observing how the wealth is growing and growing in our bank deposits or in the stock markets or mutual funds where I have invested. I'm using these words without knowing any of these things. Neither I know what is mutual fund, nor I know what is stock market exchange, nor I know what is F.D. All these things I know theoretically. So happiness, the moments of happiness, the moments of joy are there in life, but they are fleeting. They are not permanent. They go away immediately. But what remains in our life? Our Gurudev always used to tell me this. What remains nagging all the time in the mind? Our suffering, our dreadful events, unfavorable events, the crisis I have faced in the life, the death of the near ones we have seen in our life, especially the younger ones, younger to our age, when people who are nearer to you, when they die, that is a real crisis. That is a real suffering. That is a mental turmoil. And the mind always is restless, always restless. So the suffering always is carried. It is remembered throughout. As the age increases, the new sufferings will come in the form of old age. Suddenly, we start observing that one fine day, all the activities I was performing all these years with all agility and easily, not possible anymore. Not possible anymore. Getting up from the bed is troublesome, painful. Walking a few steps becomes painful. Going for a long walk becomes painful. Jogging becomes a painful thing. Going for an early morning walk becomes a painful thing. One by one. And all the beautiful high-tech diseases will make their entry into our body. Then we feel conscious all the time about what? Not about meditation. Not about Atman at all. Not about Viveka Chudamani, what Acharya Shankara Bhagavatpada is teaching to us. What our Gurudev has told. What Mahatmas have said. What Upanishads have said. We don't remember. we always remember our problem, physical problem, health problem. There is a serious ailment. 24/7, the mind is worried on that. If I come to know that I have a cancer of a particular type, whatever type, then finished. The day the doctor announces that I have a cancer, on that day, I am dead. Literally, virtually, psychologically, mentally. Nothing will flash. So all diseases, old age diseases will crop in one by one. And life becomes miserable and miserable and miserable as the age progresses, as the old age progresses. Our Gurudev used to beautifully narrate all these things. Like an actor, he used to narrate how the old body suffers on the bed, where all the people shun the old age person. Nobody talks to them. He's always on the bed. He wants to talk to so many people, kids and kins. They are all away. They are busy. Even whether they are in the house, they will not bother. They will not talk to him. Nobody will spend 5 minutes time with him. They will shun. They will shun the old person on the bed. And with that horrible feeling of loneliness, he'll be waiting, not knowing that, but still he'll be waiting that something good will happen. Though every day, every minute, every moment he is nearing to the death, still all the desires are pent up inside. He wants to achieve this or that. Always mind is geared up. What is going to happen to my money? What is going to happen to my fixed deposits? Why I am being treated like this by my kids and kins? All these feelings. So, sufferings are always more, they're profound. They influence the mind. And everyone ultimately will die with forlorn, horrible feelings in the mind. That is why Mahatmans always say, wake up now itself. Wake up now itself. The more you are attached to your body, that ego, that I am so and so, all the problems also multiply as the age progresses. ಮನುಷ್ಯನಿಗೆ ಕೊನೆಗಾಲದವರೆಗೆ ಆಸೆಗಳು ಎಷ್ಟು ಪ್ರಬಲವಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಹತಾಶೆಯಿಂದ, ನೋವಿನಿಂದ ನರಳುತ್ತಾ ವೃದ್ಧಾಪ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾನವ ಕೊನೆಗೆ ಒಂದು ದಿವಸ ಕಣ್ಣು ಮುಚ್ತಾನಲ್ಲ. ಸಂಸಾರದಲ್ಲಿ ಸುಖದ ಗಳಿಗೆ ತುಂಬ ಕಡಿಮೆ, ದುಃಖದ ಗಳಿಗೆಗಳು ತುಂಬ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ. ಇದು ಎಲ್ಲರ ಅನುಭವಕ್ಕೆ ಬರುವ ವಿಷಯ. ಒಂದು ಹಂತ ದಾಟದಾಗ ತಾನಾಗಿ ಅನುಭವಕ್ಕೆ ಬರುವ ವಿಷಯ. ನನ್ನ ಜೀವನದಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೀ ಕಷ್ಟವೇ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ, ಅದು ಕೊನೆಗಾಲದ ಹೊತ್ತಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತಕ್ಕ ಅದು ಸ್ವಯಂ ವೇದನಾಪೂರ್ಣವಾಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ಮಾನಸಿಕ ಯಾತನಾ ಅನುಭವಗಳು ಸಂಸಾರ. So that's what Acharya, that is why he is hinting the disciple, have the point in the mind. You realize that Atman as your real nature. You are not this body. Come out of the delusion, come out of the Bhranti, come out of this Maya, that you are the body. The more you are attached to the body consciousness, the more you suffer. If you give up your body consciousness, then you live really happily in this world. You, with open mind, with a smile on the face, with a determination in the heart, with clarity in the mind, you accept that the death will devour the body. You'll be waiting for the death, for the deliverance. Instead of being afraid of the death, you'll be waiting for that. You'll try to embrace it with open mind, with a smile, with an equanimous mind, with stillness of mind, with a calmness of mind, because you realized that you are not the body anymore. You are that birthless, deathless, changeless, motionless, that supreme Chaitanya consciousness. Neither it is born nor it will die. All that happens to the body, body will die, that's all. Follow the Sharira Dharma. Do good work, do paropakara as much as possible. Fix your mind always on the path of meditation that you are the Atma Swarup. Have that point in the mind all the time. Do your work diligently, lovingly, laughingly, caringly. So you are in the world, you respond to the world in a much better way, in a more balanced way, very lovingly, once you are realized. Once you know the real truth, once you know really what you are and who you are, then your body actions are so profound, people are attracted to you. No more there is a death fear. You discharge your worldly duties, a Sharira Dharma, in a much better, beautiful way, enjoyable way. So these are the points to remember here. Slight digression here. Next shloka. Atratmatattvam dhrudi ahamadishu santyajan udasinataya tesho tishtet ghatapatadivat. Atratmatattvam dhrudi ahamadishu santyajan udasinataya tesho tishtet ghatapatadivat. Ghatapatadivat is the phrase here used in the shloka. In some books, there is some, patantara as it is called. Instead of ghata patadivat, it is written as sputa ghatadivat in some texts, in the prints. Both can be taken, no problem. Atratma tattvam dhrudi kurvan ahamadishu santyajan udasinataya tesho tishtet ಘಟಪಟಾದಿವತ್. ಜ್ಞಾನದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಅನುಭವಿಸಬೇಕು, ಯಾವ ವಿಷಯವನ್ನು ದೃಢೀಕರಿಸಿಕೊಳ್ಳಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಆಚಾರ್ಯರು ಮತ್ತೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಶಿಷ್ಯನಿಗೆ. ಈ ಆತ್ಮನಲ್ಲಿ ತನ್ನ ಸ್ವಸ್ವರೂಪವನ್ನ ದೃಢೀಕರಿಸಿಕೊಳ್ತಾ ದೃಢವಾಗಿ ಆತ್ಮನೇ ನನ್ನ ಸ್ವರೂಪನಾಗಿದ್ದಾನೆ, ನಾನೇ ಆತ್ಮನಾಗಿದ್ದಾನೆ ಅನ್ನೋ ವಿಷಯವನ್ನ ದೃಢವಾಗಿ ಬಲಪಡಿಸಿಕೊಂಡು ಅಹಂಕಾರ, ಮನ, ಚಿತ್ತ, ಬುದ್ಧಿ ಇವುಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ತಾದಾತ್ಮ್ಯವನ್ನ ಬಿಟ್ಟು, ಯಾಥಾತ್ಮ್ಯವನ್ನ ಬಿಟ್ಟು, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾನು ಅಹಂಕಾರ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಈ ನಾನು ಶರೀರ ಅಲ್ಲ, ನಾನು ಈ ಬುದ್ಧಿಯೂ ಅಲ್ಲ, ನಾನು ಈ ಮನಸ್ಸು ಅಲ್ಲ, ನಾನು ಚಿತ್ತವೂ ಅಲ್ಲ ಇತ್ಯಾದಿ ಅಹಂಕಾರ ಇತ್ಯಾದಿಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಆತ್ಮತ್ವವನ್ನು ಬಿಟ್ಟು, ತಾದಾತ್ಮ್ಯವನ್ನು ಬಿಟ್ಟು, ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಗಡಿಗೆ ಮತ್ತು ಬಟ್ಟೆ ಇವುಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಗೆ ಮನಸ್ಸು ಉದಾಸೀನವಾಗಿರುತ್ತೋ ಆ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಅಹಮಾದಿಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಉದಾಸೀನ ಭಾವ ತಳೆಯಬೇಕು, ಆಚಾರ್ಯರು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಘಟಪಟಾದಿವತ್ ಉದಾಹರಣೆ, ಉದಾಸೀನತೆಯ ತೇಷು ತಿಷ್ಠೇತ್. ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಮಡಕೆಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಬಟ್ಟೆಗಳ ಮೇಲೆ ವಿಶೇಷವಾದ ಮೋಹ ಇರೋಲ್ಲ. ಗಡಿಗೆ ಒಡೆದು ಹೋದರೆ, ಮಡಕೆ ಒಡೆದು ಹೋದರೆ, ಬಟ್ಟೆ ಹರಿದು ಹೋದರೆ ಬಿಸಾಕ್ತೇವೆ, ಮತ್ತೊಂದು ಹೊಸ ತರ್ತೇವೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಅಯ್ಯೋ ಗಡಿಗೆ ಒಡೆದೋಯ್ತು ಅಂತ ಯಾರು ಸಾಯೋವರೆಗೂ ಅಳೋದಿಲ್ವೇ? ಈ ಉದಾಹರಣೆ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಆಚಾರ್ಯ. ಹಾಕಿರೋ ಬಟ್ಟೆ ಹಳೇದಾಯಿತು, ಹರಿದೋಯ್ತು ಅಂತ ಯಾರು ಸಾಯೋವರೆಗೂ ಅಳೋದಿಲ್ವಲ್ಲ, ಈ ಉದಾಹರಣೆ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಒಡೆದು ಹೋದಂತ ಹಳೇದಾದಂತ ಗಡಿಗೆ ಆಗಲಿ ಬಟ್ಟೆ ಆಗಲಿ ಅವುಗಳನ್ನ ಬಿಟ್ಟಾಗ, ಅವುಗಳನ್ನ ತೆಗೆದು ಹಾಕಿದಾಗ ಅವುಗಳ ಮೇಲೆ ಅಂಥ ಮಮಕಾರ ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಒಂದು ರೀತಿ ಉದಾಸೀನ ಭಾವ. ಆ ಉದಾಸೀನ ಭಾವ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಇರುತ್ತೋ ಹಾಗೆಯೇ ನಮ್ಮ ಶರೀರಾಭಿಮಾನವನ್ನು ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಬಿಡಬೇಕು. ಶರೀರದ ಮೇಲೂ ಆ ಥರ ಉದಾಸೀನ ಭಾವ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕು. ಆತ್ಮನೇ ನನ್ನ ಸ್ವರೂಪ ಅಂತ ತಿಳಿದ ಮೇಲೆ ಅದನ್ನೇ ದೃಢ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಈ ಶರೀರದ ಮೇಲೆ ಅಭಿಮಾನ ಬಿಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಆಚಾರ್ಯರು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಸ್ಪಷ್ಟವಾಗಿ. So here what Acharya is saying, confirming the sense of Atman, sense of Parabrahma Tattva, sense of Brahma Tattva here, now, here itself, that I am that Parabrahma Tattva, I am that Atma Tattva. and abandoning the feeling of that I am the body, ahamadi, ahamadishu santyajan. I am the body, I am the mind, I am this chitta, I am the ego, I am this so and so, I have a status, all such, abandoning all such feelings, anatma feelings, the body-mind complex, always with the determination, believing that I am no more this body. I am really, in the real sense, that Atma Swarupa, Brahma Tattva. With that feeling, one should remain indifferent to these anatma vastu, just like you remain indifferent to the pot or the cloth. Just like we remain indifferent, no, not too much of mamakara, not too much of attachment, udasinavat tishthe. We remain indifferent to pot and cloth. Acharya gives the example of those days, because pots were the only things used as utensils, clay pots. So if the pots are broken while using, if the dress, the cloth, worn out, if they are cut, what people do, they will throw it out. They throw the used cloths, they throw the broken part and buy a new one. So they are not much attached to the pot, not much attached to the cloth. So just like you are indifferent to those things, insentient things, similarly, you remain indifferent to your body-mind complex. Don't pamper too much your body-mind complex. See, these are all same points, Acharya, by using different examples, by giving different similes. You don't weep every time, every day, all the time in your life if your pots are broken, if your utensils are broken. You don't weep every time, every day till the last breath if your dress is torn out, if it has become old when you throw it out. You are not attached. You are not attached. You know that they are not yourself. Pot is not you. The used cloth is not you. You know that. You know that is different. You are not the cloth. You know that. You are not the pot. You know that. So you are indifferent. Udasinavat tishti. Similarly, you know that you are not the body. Similarly, you know that you are not the mind. You are not the buddhi. Apply the same logic as you apply to the pot and the cloth to your body-mind complex also. That is what Acharya is giving here, hint with this example, beautiful example. Don't give too much of importance to your sharira abhimana. Follow the sharira dharma, but not completely attached to that. I am the body, I am the body, I am the body, I am soil. So the more you attach, the more you suffer. Are you attached to the pot? Once it is thrown out, after it is broken out? Are you attached to the utensil? Once you throw it out? Are you attached to the cloth? When it is torn out and you throw it out, are you really attached? Oh, I am the cloth, I am the cloth. My cloth is torn. You don't say that I am torn. My pot is broken, so I have thrown away, you say. You don't say I am broken, I am being thrown. So these are the beautiful similes Acharya is using here to remember. That is how the Atma Dhyana Vidhi is taught. Then next set of shlokas he continues, where Atma Darshana is now, he'll be concentrating, Acharya is speaking on Atma Darshana. Darshana means not seeing something different from you. Darshana means not actually seeing, but experiencing yourself. After the three-level distinction is lost, after the triputi is lost, the seer becomes the seeker and the sought. So this is called Atma Darshan. The seer becomes, or the seeker becomes the sought. विशुद्धमन्तःकरणं स्वरूपे निवेश्य साक्षिण्यवबोधमात्रे शनैः शनैः निश्चलतामुपानयन् पूर्णं स्वमेवानु विलोकयेत्ततः विशुद्धमन्तःकरणं स्वरूपे निवेश्य साक्षिण्यवबोधमात्रे शनैः शनैः निश्चलतामुपानयन् पूर्णं स्वमेवानु विलोकयेत्ततः केवल विशुद्ध अंतःकरणं स्वरूपे साक्षिण्य अवबोध मात्रे कीवर्ड केवल ज्ञान स्वरूपनु साक्षी स्वरूपनु ಪರಿಪೂರ್ಣ ವಿಶುದ್ಧ ಸ್ವರೂಪನು ಆಗಿರತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ಆತ್ಮನಲ್ಲಿಯೇ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಅಂತಃಕರಣವನ್ನು ನಿಲ್ಲಿಸಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ಅಂತಃಕರಣದಲ್ಲಿ ಆತ್ಮನ ಕುರಿತೇ ಚಿಂತನೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಆತನನ್ನೇ ಧ್ಯಾನಿಸ್ತಾ ನಿಧಾನವಾಗಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಅಂತಃಕರಣಕ್ಕೆ ನಿಶ್ಚಲತೆಯನ್ನ ತರಬೇಕು. ಚಂಚಲವಾಗಿರುವ ಮನಸ್ಸು ಬುದ್ಧಿಯನ್ನ ಅಚಂಚಲ ಸ್ಥಿತಿಗೆ ತರಬೇಕು. ಆತ್ಮನಲ್ಲಿಯೇ ಮನಸ್ಸನ್ನ ಉಳಿಸಬೇಕು, ಮನಸ್ಸನ್ನ ಅಡಗಿಸಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋ ಅರ್ಥದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ನಿಧಾನವಾಗಿ ನಿಧಾನವಾಗಿ ಶನೈ ಶನೈ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಮೆಲ್ಲನೆ ನಿಧಾನವಾಗಿ ಮನಸ್ಸನ್ನ ಆತ್ಮನಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಲ್ಲಿಸಬೇಕು, ಬುದ್ಧಿಯನ್ನ ಆತ್ಮನಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಲ್ಲಿಸಬೇಕು. ನಂತರ ಪೂರ್ಣವಾದ ಆತ್ಮನನ್ನೇ ಸಾಕ್ಷಾತ್ಕಾರ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಳ್ಳಬೇಕು. ಪೂರ್ಣಂ ಸ್ವಮೇವ ವಿಲೋಕಯೇತ್ತತ. ನಿಧಾನವಾಗಿ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನಪೂರ್ವಕವಾಗಿ ಧ್ಯಾನದಲ್ಲಿ ಮುಂದುವರೆದಾಗೆ ಸಂಪೂರ್ಣವಾಗಿ ಅಂತಃಕರಣ ಶುದ್ಧಿಯಿಂದ ಅಂತಃಕರಣವನ್ನ ಆತ್ಮನಲ್ಲೇ ವಿಲಯಗೊಳಿಸಿ ಆತ್ಮನನ್ನೇ ಸಾಕ್ಷಾತ್ಕಾರ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಳ್ಳಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋ ಭಾವಾರ್ಥ. So what Acharya says here, resting your purified antakaran, not the impure. Your antakarana means your body, mind, chitta and intellect complex. Mana, buddhi, chitta, ahankara. Antakarana, chatushtaya. Mana, buddhi, chitta, ahankara. These four vrittis are called antakarana chatushtaya, internal component. In short, we call it as the ego and mind complex. The aham bhava and the mind. That's a common English word. Mind, intellect, ego complex. So rest, you have to purify that by constant meditation, repeated meditation, and by constant, what is called, reflection. After listening to advice, upadesha of the Guru, we have to always do the manana on that, reflection, contemplate. After doing constant manana, we should continue that in our own meditation, daily meditation. So the chitta shuddhi should occur. Vishuddha antakaranam swarupe niveshya sakshinyavabodha matre. So when the chitta shuddhi starts taking place, when the antakarana becomes purer and purer, less and less impure, here impure and pure means it refers to forcible removal of rajoguna and tamoguna. Rajas and tamas, these attributes of the mind should be given up determinatively. We have to practice that. That's what Acharya says here. Resting your pure, once it is purified, chitta shuddhi occurs, antakarana is purified. Resting that pure antakarana within your true self. Merge the antakarana, merge your mind, merge your buddhi into the self, into the Atman, into the true self, which is nothing but pure witness consciousness. So merge your antakarana into the self itself, which is nothing but sakshinya avabodha matre. It is sakshihi avabodha matra. It is nothing but a pure witness, purest of the pure witness, and it is pure consciousness. It is a pure awareness. So put your antakarana, merge your antakarana in that awareness, in that Atma, in the self. It may not happen in one day. Acharya is giving a hint next two charanas. So Shanai Shanai Nischalata Upanayan Purnam Swamevanu Vilokayet Tata. So, gradually you remain still. Shanai Shanai, gradually, slowly. Shanai Shanai means slowly and slowly, gradually. When you bring your antakarana, mind, body, mind and buddhi, mind and intellect complex and ego complex into assimilate, try to assimilate, dissolve and merge it within yourself. Words are so beautiful. Words are really so beautiful. Very difficult to follow. Very difficult to understand. So what Acharya is meaning here for people like us, Ajnani. Look, my dear disciple, it is not easy. It is not easy giving up all your desires, not easy to purify the mind. The impurities are always there since hundreds of births, previous births, thousands of previous births. It's not easy. You start sitting for meditation today, tomorrow itself you will not get Brahmajnana. You are not realized within one day. Why? Because we have carried vasanas, samskaras from thousands of births, previous births into this birth. We are carrying a full baggage of our previous karma, our karmas, good and bad karmas, actions we have done. They have to yet yield the results. We are carrying a baggage full of karmas of the previous birth, actions we have done in the previous birth. Our vasanas are very strong. Our tendencies are very strong. Our mind is not purified. Our chitta is not purified. Vasanas have not decimated. Vasana kshaya has not occurred because of the Rajoguna and Tamoguna. They are acting so powerful. Satvaguna is nearest to Atma self. Whereas Rajoguna and Tamoguna, they are deadly against. They take you towards the life itself, thinking that life is real, the world is real, and to make merry in the life. That is how the Maya. All the three gunas are nothing but interplay of Maya. See, Sattva, Raja, Tama, all the three attributes are nothing but the interplay of Maya. That Anirvachaniya Shakti, that invisible Avyakta, as it is called, that Paramatma Shakti, which cannot be deciphered or codified or quantified. What is Maya? No. Maya cannot be explained in words. What is Maya? What is that illusory potency? What is that divine potency? It cannot be explained. Lord, Paramatma, God himself has said, Mama Maya Duratyaya in Bhagavad Gita. He tells Arjuna, Mama Maya Duratyaya. Nobody can cross over my own Maya Shakti, Yoga Maya Shakti, Vishnu Maya Shakti, whatever adjectives you add, Maya is Maya. What is that Maya? Delusion. Illusion. The great magic. The great real delusion. It will make your mind to live within the world thinking that you are real. Everything is real. The Maya will not allow you to go towards God. The Maya, the potency, divine potency of the Paramatma himself will not allow you to reach towards him. It forms a formidable wall between you and God. What is that wall? That wall is called Maya itself. And because of that formidable wall, which cannot be crossed over, all of us, we live and enjoy and suffer in this life with the influence of Rajoguna, Tamoguna, predominantly in our life, with less Sattvaguna, adulterated Sattvaguna as it is called, and we lead our life and we dispense the effects of our previous birth karma phalas here, and we perform new karmas so that they are added again to the baggage of our karmas and we pass on to the next birth. So this cycle continues because of the effect of Maya. Maya is responsible for samsara, continuation of samsara. It is exactly opposite to realization. It will not allow you to reach God. These are the words. That's why Lord himself tells in Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna, Mama Maya Duratyaya. For anyone to cross this Maya to reach me is almost impossible. He says, Mama Maya. It is my Maya Shakti. It is my potency. Very clear-cut terms. Again, the same Lord, Krishna Paramatma, tells in Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna, Naham Prakasha Sarvasya, Yogamaya Samavrutaha, Naham Prakasha Sarvasya. I am not visible to anyone except jnanis, except my devotees who are showing real parabhakti, except my purest of the pure devotees who have reached the pinnacle of devotion, who have offered themselves, surrendered themselves to me at my feet, and except those such devotees and jnanis, I am not visible to anyone. Naham prakasha sarvasya. Why? Why I am not visible to you? Because yogamaya samavrutaha. I am surrounded by my own potency called Maya. My own, the greatest magic of the magic called Maya. This great illusion. I am surrounded by it, produced by me only. It is under my control. So that I have become invisible. So nobody can decipher me. Nobody can reach me because the great formidable wall is there around me. So I am invisible, he says in Bhagavad Gita. Naham prakasha sarvasya. Yogamaya samavrta. So that is why to cross over, win over Maya is so difficult. Acharya makes it very clear here. That's why. See, getting over Maya is not easy. Winning over Maya is not easy. It happens only by His grace. It can happen only by the grace of God or Atma or Parabrahma. Atma, self, God, Parabrahma, they're all synonyms. Sadguru, they're all one and the same. Ishvara, Sadguru, Atma, they're all one and the same. So only by the grace, it can happen at a particular time when you deserve it, when your time has come as before. You understand really what you are only when the time sets in. Only by the grace of God or Guru. Then only by His grace, His own potency called Maya, the veil of Ajnana is lifted. Maya is also, see, in so many ways you can go on explaining. But still, we will never understand what Maya is. It's called veil of Ajnana, wall of Ajnana, wall of ignorance, whatever it is. It can be lifted only by His grace. Then only the reality sets. That is why Acharya says in the next two charanas, here in the shloka 382, he says, Shanai Shanai Nischalatam Upanayan Purnam Swamevanu Vilokayet Tata. See, all these points Acharya is putting in one or two words only to the Shishya, deserving Uttamadhikari to Shishya. Look, my dear Shishya, slowly and slowly bring back your mind, ego, intellect complex towards standstill nature. Mind is so fickle. Now it cannot stabilize. Your intellect cannot stabilize. Your ego cannot stabilize in Atman because ego itself is a false entity. The ego has to die in paramarthic sense. The mind has to die, manonasha. It has in the paramarthic sense. So slowly and slowly stabilize your mind, ego complex within the self. Shanai Shanai Nischalatam Upanayan Purnam Swamevanu Vilokayet. So remain continuously contemplation of Purnatma, the whole. Swayam means your own Swaswarupa. Continuously contemplate on the Purnatma, which is devoid of any three attributes of Maya. It is devoid of tamas, devoid of rajas, and even it is beyond sattva guna. It becomes vishuddha sattva, purified sattva. So contemplate like that. That's what Acharya says. So ultimately, what here Acharya means is, see, your job is to understand who really you are. Your job, your primary duty is to know who really you are. ಮತ್ತೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ವಿವಿಧ ರೀತಿಯ ಪದಪುಂಜಗಳ ಬಳಕೆಯಿಂದ ಶ್ಲೋಕದ ಮೇಲೆ ಶ್ಲೋಕಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಆಚಾರ್ಯರು ಈ ಮಹತ್ತರವಾದ ಸಂದೇಶವನ್ನ ಶಿಷ್ಯನಿಗೆ ಏನ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಅವಲೋಕಿಸು ಶಿಷ್ಯ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡು, ನಿಜವಾಗ್ಲೂ ನೀನು ಯಾರು? ನೀನು ನಿಜವಾಗ್ಲೂ ಶರೀರವೇ? ನೀನು ನಿಜವಾಗ್ಲೂ ಈ ಮನಸ್ಸ ನಾನು ನಾನು ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಈ ಅಹಂಕಾರವೇ ನೀನು? ನಿಜವಾಗ್ಲೂ ನೀನು ಪ್ರಖರವಾದ ಬುದ್ಧಿ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ ನಿನ್ನಲ್ಲಿ, ಆ ಬುದ್ಧಿ ನೀನ? ನಿನ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ಚಿತ್ತ ಸ್ಫುರಣೆಯಿಂದ ವಿಷಯಗಳು ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಸ್ವಾರ್ಥಾನುಸಂಧಾನಕ್ಕೆ ಅನುಕೂಲವಾಗುವ ಹಾಗೆ, ಅಂತಹ ಚಿತ್ತ ನಿಜವಾಗ್ಲೂ ನೀನೇನಾ? ನೀನು ಬುದ್ಧಿಯ, ಮನಸ್ಸ, ಚಿತ್ತವ, ಅಹಂಕಾರವ, ಕೊನೆಗೆ ಈ ನೀನು ಶರೀರವ? ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡಪ್ಪ ಶಿಷ್ಯ, ಯಾವುದು ನೀನು? ನಿಧಾನ ಮನಸ್ಸನ್ನ ಕೇಂದ್ರೀಕರಣ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಪರಮಾತ್ಮನ ಕೃಪೆಯಿಂದ ಧ್ಯಾನದಲ್ಲಿ ಮನಸ್ಸನ್ನ ಕೇಂದ್ರೀಕೃತ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಒಂದೊಂದೇ ವಿಷಯವನ್ನ ಬಿಡ್ತಾ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ನಿಧಾನವಾಗಿ ಒಂದು ದಿವಸಲಾಗುವ ಕೆಲಸ ಅಲ್ಲ. ಮಾಯೆಯ ಶಕ್ತಿ ಅಷ್ಟು ಪ್ರಬಲವಾಗಿದೆ. ನನ್ನ ಮಾಯೆಯನ್ನು ದಾಟ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಇಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಜುನನ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾನಲ್ಲ ಭಗವದ್ಗೀತೆಯಲ್ಲಿ. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನದಿಂದ ನನ್ನ ಮಾಯೆಯನ್ನು ಗೆಲ್ಲಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯವಿಲ್ಲ, ಭಗವಂತನ ವಾಣಿ. ಮಾಯಾಶಕ್ತಿ ಭಗವಂತಂದೇ ಆದ್ರಿಂದ ಭಗವಂತನ ಕರುಣೆಯಿಂದ ಕೃಪೆಯಿಂದ ಮಾತ್ರ ಮಾಯೆಯನ್ನು ಗೆಲ್ಲಬಹುದೇ ಹೊರತು ನಾನು 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 ಅನ್ನೋ ಸ್ವಾಭಿಮಾನ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ, ದೇಹಾಭಿಮಾನ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಮಾಯೆಯನ್ನು ಗೆಲ್ಲಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಎಷ್ಟು ಘೋರ ತಪಸ್ಸು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು, ಎಷ್ಟು ಕಾಲ ಧ್ಯಾನ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು, ಮನಸ್ಸನ್ನ ಬಿಗಿ ಹಿಡಿದು ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರು, ಎಷ್ಟೇ ಆಸನ ಸಿದ್ಧಿ ಇದ್ರು, ಮಾಯೆಯನ್ನು ಗೆಲ್ಲಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯವಿಲ್ಲ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಭಗವತ್ ಕೃಪೆ ಬೇಕು. ಭಗವತ್ ಕೃಪೆ ಅಂದ್ರು ಅದೇ, ಸದ್ಗುರು ಕೃಪೆ ಅಂದ್ರು ಅದೇ, ಆತ್ಮನ ಕೃಪೆ ಅಂದ್ರು ಅದೇ, ಎಲ್ಲವೂ ಒಂದು. ಈಶ್ವರ, ಗುರು, ಆತ್ಮ ಎಲ್ಲವೂ ಒಂದೇ. ದಕ್ಷಿಣಾಮೂರ್ತಿ ಸ್ತೋತ್ರವನ್ನ ಇದೇ ಶ್ರೀಮ ಶಂಕರ ಭಗವತ್ಪಾದರು ಬರೆದಾಗ 1100 ವರ್ಷಗಳ ಹಿಂದೆ ಆ ದಕ್ಷಿಣಾಮೂರ್ತಿ ಸ್ತೋತ್ರಕ್ಕೆ ಅತ್ಯಂತ ಪ್ರಖರವಾದ ವ್ಯಾಖ್ಯಾನವನ್ನ, ಭಾಷ್ಯವನ್ನ ಆಚಾರ್ಯ ಶಂಕರರ ಶಿಷ್ಯರಾದಂತಹ ಸುರೇಶ್ವರಾಚಾರ್ಯರು, ಅವರು ಪೂರ್ವಾಶ್ರಮದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಂಡನ ಮಿಶ್ರರು, ಸುರೇಶ್ವರಾಚಾರ್ಯರು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ವ್ಯಾಖ್ಯಾನ ಬರೀತಾರೆ. ಯಾವುದಕ್ಕೆ? ದಕ್ಷಿಣಾಮೂರ್ತಿ ಸ್ತೋತ್ರಕ್ಕೆ. ದಕ್ಷಿಣಾಮೂರ್ತಿ ಸ್ತೋತ್ರ ಬರೆದಿದ್ದು ಸುರೇಶ್ವರಾಚಾರ್ಯರ ಗುರುಗಳಾದಂತಹ ಶ್ರೀಮಶಂಕರ ಭಗವತ್ಪಾದ. ಆ ಮೊದಲನೇ ಶ್ಲೋಕದಲ್ಲಿಯೇ ಅದನ್ನ ವ್ಯಾಖ್ಯಾನ ಬರೀತಾ ಇರ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ, ವಿಶದವಾಗಿ ವ್ಯಾಖ್ಯಾನ ಬರಿತಾ ಇರ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ, ಭಾಷ್ಯವನ್ನು ಬರಿತಾ ಇರ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಸುರೇಶ್ವರಾಚಾರ್ಯರು ಒಂದು ಕಡೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಏನು ಬಹಳ ಪ್ರಸಿದ್ಧವಾದ ಶ್ಲೋಕ, ಈಶ್ವರೋ ಗುರುರಾತ್ಮೇತಿ ಮೂರ್ತಿ ಭೇದ ವಿಭಾಗಿನೇ ವ್ಯೋಮವದ್ವ್ಯಾಪ್ತ ದೇಹಾಯ ದಕ್ಷಿಣಾಮೂರ್ತಯೇ ನಮಃ. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಭಾಷ್ಯ, ಕಾಮೆಂಟ್ರಿ ಆಫ್ ಶ್ರೀ ಸುರೇಶ್ವರಾಚಾರ್ಯ on the Dakshinamurti Stotra, the first shloka itself, written by Sri Mat Shankara Bhagavat. There he mentions very clearly, Ishvaro Gururatmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagin. There is no difference. They appear separated, but no difference between Guru, the God, and Atma. Ishvara, the self, and Guru, They are one and the same. So only by the grace it can happen. The realization can happen. That's why Acharya uses the word here. Shanai Shanai Nischalata Upanayan. Slowly and slowly you practice. Concentrate on meditation. Next, Acharya continues. Dehendriya pranamano ahamadivihi swajnana kruptair akilairupadibhihi vimuktamatmanam akhandarupam purnam mahakasham iva avalokayet. Dehendriya pranamano ahamadivihi swajnana kruptair akilairupadibhihi vimuktamatmanam akhandarupam Purnam Mahakasham Iva Avalokayet. Purnam Mahakasham Iva Avalokayet. ಈ ಶ್ಲೋಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಆಚಾರ್ಯರು ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ? ದೇಹೇಂದ್ರಿಯ ಪ್ರಾಣ ಮನೋ ಅಹಂ ಆದಿಭಿಹಿ ಸ್ವ ಅಜ್ಞಾನ ಕೃಪ್ತೈ ಅಖಿಲೈ ಉಪಾದಿಭಿಹಿ ವಿಮುಕ್ತಂ. ಕೀವರ್ಡ್ಸ್. ವಿಮುಕ್ತಂ ಆತ್ಮಾನಂ ಅಖಂಡ ರೂಪಂ ಪೂರ್ಣಂ ಮಹಾಕಾಶಂ ಇವ ಅವಲೋಕಯೇ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆಚಾರ್ಯರು ಏನ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಶಿಷ್ಯನಿಗಿಲ್ಲಿ? ಅಜ್ಞಾನದಿಂದ, ಭ್ರಾಂತಿಯಿಂದ ಕಲ್ಪಿತವಾದಂತಹ ಈ ದೇಹ, ಇಂದ್ರಿಯ, ಪ್ರಾಣ, ಮನಸ್ಸು, ಅಹಂಕಾರ ಇವ್ಯಾವುದೂ ನಾನಲ್ಲ, ಇವೆಲ್ಲವೂ ಮೇಲ್ನೋಟದ ಉಪಾಧಿಗಳು, ಇವ್ಯಾವುದು ನಾನಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಅನುಭವಕ್ಕೆ ತಂದುಕೊಂಡು ಇವುಗಳನ್ನ ಮನನ ಮಾಡಿ ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ಅರ್ಥೈಸಿ ವಿವೇಚನೆಯಿಂದ ಇದ್ಯಾವುದು ನಾನಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡು ಸ್ವತಃ ಸಾಕ್ಷಾತ್ತಾಗಿ ಅನುಭವಕ್ಕೆ ತಂದುಕೊಂಡು ನಾನು ಯಾರು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅಖಂಡ ರೂಪನಾಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಪೂರ್ಣನಾಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ಆತ್ಮನೇ ಆಗಿದ್ದೇನೆ, ಮಹಾಕಾಶದಂತೆ ಸರ್ವತ್ರ ಸರ್ವವ್ಯಾಪಿ ಇರತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಆತ್ಮನೇ ನಾನಾಗಿದ್ದೇನೆ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನು ಸಾಕ್ಷಾತ್ಕಾರ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಳ್ಳಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಆಚಾರ್ಯರು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಶಿಷ್ಯರು. So what Acharya tells here, one should look at the Atman as Purnatma, completely full, completely engrossed. Ishavasyamidam sarvam yat kinchat jagatyam jagat. The very first mantra of the Isha, Vasyopanishad. God, Ishvara, whether you call it a Saguna Brahma or Nirguna Brahma, the highest state, is completely full, not empty. He is full, ever expanding, infinite, unimaginable. You cannot quantify and codify. Like he gives example Acharya here, like this Akash, this Antariksha, the space, the universe, the space, it looks empty, vast. Even scientists, astrophysicists, now they don't know how much far and wide the universe has expanded. What is the size and the girth and circumference of the universe? How many galaxies are there in this universe? They're all in terms of millions and millions and millions. Nobody knows exactly. So that's what Acharya says. So this one should look at the Atman as totally full, like Mahakasha, like the infinite, vast expanse of the space itself. So much infinite, so much unimaginable, so much vast, so much full, like the space. And it is so much unlimited vast, just like the sky or the space. It is free from all upadhis. One should look at Atman free from all upadhis. So you consider, give up all the upadhis. Upadhi means your false identification. The body, mind, ego, complex. Imagine due to ajnana. Dehendriya prana mano ahamadivihi swa ajnana kruptai akilai upadhivihi. I am the body, I am indriyas, I am the organs, sense organs, motor organs, karmendriyas, and say the jnanendriyas. I am the prana, I am the manas, I am the aham, ityadi, etc., etc. All these upadhis, these superimpositions, these false identifications, upadhis, adhyasa, false identification. Give up all the false identification because they are created by you yourself because of ignorance. Ajnana kluptaihi, because of primordial ignorance, because of that karana sharira, because of that causal body, primary ignorance. You have forgotten the reality and identified with the body, mind, the indriya complex. Body, mind, indriya, aham, and prana complex. You think that you are the ego, you are the prana, you are the indriyas, you are the mind, you are the chitta, you are the intellect, and you are the body. Why? Because of ajnana, because of ignorance. So, give up all the unwanted upadhis, false identification. What is upadhi? False notion. Give up all upadhis that you are the body, you are the mind, you are the prana, you are the chitta, you are the buddhi, you are the ego, you are the aham. Give up all the upadhis and look at the Atman, that is your real self, as vast, infinite, unimaginable expanse like the sky. You are that only. Vimukta Atmanam Akhanda Rupam Purnam Mahakasham. It is full. It is Mahakasha. It is Akhanda Rupa. It is not divided without any parts. It is undivided, unbroken, vast, continuous expanse, which you can't even imagine. You can't even imagine. Your mind cannot even think. Your intellect cannot understand. So, such is the Atman. Akhanda Rupam Purnam Mahakasham Iva. It is like that vast expanse of the sky. Can you codify and understand what is the limit of the sky? Can you measure the length and breadth of the sky, the depth of the sky, or the Mahakasha, or the space of the universe? Can we go and measure length of the universe, width of the universe, depth of the universe? Can we measure? So, Atman, immeasurable, like Mahakasha, like that infinite space. Acharya is giving this example to make us understand what is Atman, how to feel. Can you explain what is a really sky? You can look at the sky every day, morning and evening. Can you sitting here, can you look at the sky and explain what it is? How vast it is? It's not possible. Not possible. Scientifically, you can argue and give a lot of answers, but really, nobody understands what sky. It's unlimited, vast, expansive, akhandakara, unbroken, Mahakasha. So, Atman is like that. And remember, in Vedanta, Acharya and all other Mahatmas are clear. Sky example is given only for us to understand. It's only a simile. But remember, Atman is bigger than the sky because this Mahakasha, the space, the universe has come from Atman only during creation. So in reality, Atman is something bigger, something larger, something more expansive than the sky, than this Akasha, than this Mahakasha, than the space, than the Antariksha, than this Vyoma, than this universe. So that is what Acharya says here. Upadibhihi vimuktam atmanam akhanda rupam purnam mahakasham iva avalokayet. Think like that. So that is shloka number 383 with Guru Sankalpa. We are stopping here today. Sri Rama Jaya Rama Jaya Jaya Rama. 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 Hari Om. Om Namo Bhagavate Virajeshwara.
Hari Om, sir. Hari Om, Hari Om. It was so beautiful. Thank you so much,
Hari.
sir.